All right. Hey, you guys. How is everybody doing today? Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting conversation. And before before I did this topic, I did a lot of research, and so I'm actually going to be in the comments as I'm talking. I'm going to have somebody put a couple of the links in the actual chat because I wanted to go back and see, yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff going on with these spas and some things that are not going on right when it comes to sanitation and safety. And one person that I would definitely recommend that y'all follow, hey y'all, is at Queen of Body Sculpting, because she always used to post like, this person is doing, post out without gloves and, all these different things. And so a lot of times people come to me and they're like, oh my God, did you see this? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Y'all, at the end of the day, I will tell you right now, sanitation and safety is something that will make or break your business. We get TDLR inspected here in the state of Texas. Now, you may be in business 2, 3, 4 years before it happens, but guess what? If you are not doing things right, somebody is going to get sick, somebody is going to call on you, and you're going to get shut down. But some of the worst things that have happened, one of the things I wanted to talk to y'all about, sanitation is so important, and a lot of people don't seem to realize it. Y'all, I'm in esthetician groups where people are talking about, oh, at the spa that I'm at, the lady tells us not to change sheets between every client. Huh? Like, what? What is happening? Or people double dipping wax sticks, and spreading bacteria in places. There is a lot going on, y'all, and we need to do better in this industry. So I wanted to go over 5 violations that can shut you down instantly, and then I'm going to give y'all a couple of stories of some of the things that have been happening, and this is ridiculous. The first one is improper disinfection of tools and equipment. Y'all know that at the end of the day, if you are doing an extraction on somebody, bacteria, pus, blood, sometimes all these things are getting on your tools. If you are not disinfecting your tools, you are spreading bacteria. And all it takes is one person to get sick to get you shut down. Like, I don't understand why that is even something we have to talk about. Things as small as tweezers, y'all. Tweezers, extraction tools, your body sculpting machines need to be sanitized. Y'all, if it's, and I actually had somebody that had a staph infection. They had what looked like an infection on their stomach before a treatment. I was like, I'm not sure what that is. You need to get it checked. It can be staph, it can be a rash, it can be all kinds of things. Fungal infections, a lot of things happen, you guys. So that's the first and most important thing. Dr. Terry should be coming. Yeah, she's pulling up. So the first thing I'm gonna tell y'all is, at the end of the day, stop doing things improperly. Make sure that you are disinfecting your tools so that you are not spreading anything. And y'all, we talking about MRSA, staph infections, fungal infections, hepatitis, all these things that you may not think anything's wrong with your client's skin, but when you start, not disinfecting things correctly, you are absolutely going to get somebody sick. The second one, y'all, this is something that we don't think about a lot. Unclean and contaminated water sources. At the end of the day, when you're using a facial machine, or you're using a machine that is filtering water, you have to clean. For saunas, for sauna beds, y'all, we talk about all the time those infrared machines. If y'all are not cleaning those properly, your clients can get a lot of issues. So the reason I'm doing this talk is because I've recently been hearing about some different things. I've had people, like I said, coming to me. This spa owner told me, don't change the sheets after every client, or don't change the blanket, or don't do this, or don't do that. That's a problem. And if you are in an environment where you feel like a spa owner or a person that you're working with or for is not doing the right thing, you need to move on, okay? But unclean and contaminated water sources is a very big one. So saunas, hot tubs, steam rooms. We used to have to sanitize that steam room over and over and over again when we had it. It's extremely important. Hey, y'all, I see a lot of people saying hi. So I'm just, saying hi back. Y'all, thank y'all for joining. Okay, the third one, and this is the biggest one, cross-contamination between clients, you guys. And so at this time, I'm actually going to have one of the stories be posted so that y'all can see it. So there was a lady who gave, I believe at the time, it was 15 people, but now the number continues to rise. Not that one, the other one. This one is bad too, but the other one is HIV, because someone was using needles, doing vampire facials, not properly sanitizing and reusing needles, which you should never ever do, and contaminating. Something as simple as a wax stick, using a wax stick on multiple people. Sticking your, I've heard about somebody like sticking their finger in wax. If you stick your finger in a wax pot, the whole pot got to be thrown away. But you can contaminate things and give your clients all kinds of infections going from one to the other. Staph infections, herpes, fungal infections. Y'all, at the end of the day, everything that your client touches when you are doing a treatment for them, I don't care what treatment it is, it has to be sanitized or it needs to be thrown away. If it's something like a needle, it has to be thrown away, period. If it's something like sheets, they need to be washed between every client. And if I ever worked at a place, before I own my own, if I ever worked at a place and they were like, oh yeah, we don't wash the sheets between clients, we're going to, I'm out. I'm out, because I'm not finna have a client get sick based on what you're doing, not doing it. Then there's two more that I wanted to go over. The fourth thing that can absolutely get your spa shut down quick is going to be mold, mildew, or pest. When y'all are looking at locations, what are y'all really looking at? Have you gone in to make sure that there's no leaky faucets, there's no roof leaks that can cause issues? You can see if there's pests in a place before you go in there, okay? So y'all have to look out for those things, because a lot of times, I'll tell you, when you're leasing a space, you can't always control everything, right? I can't control when my roof gets fixed if that's not within my scope of practice. So if I see a roof leak before I move in, I'm not moving in unless I know that they fixed it. And if I see a roof leak in my place of business and it's not getting fixed, I'm moving out, okay? So it's extremely important. And if the health department or TDLR sees any signs of mold, mildew, like roaches, rats, anything like that, you're getting shut down. Like, there's no question. At the end of the day, you are getting shut down. And we should know better. Like, at the end of the day, we're creating an environment for people to relax. The last thing I want is for somebody to say, I got a massage there and then I got an infection. That's disgusting. The last one, you guys, and this is something that anybody can have an issue with, but failure to store or handle properly products properly. You guys, I literally was talking to a lady today about this. There are some products that if it's not sitting in a cool room, or if it's sitting in a garage that's hot, or something else that isn't working well, at the end of the day, you're creating bacteria. It could be growing bacteria, it could be molding, it could be mildewing, it could be having all kinds of issues. Look at the products that you are purchasing to see what the shelf life is and how it has to be stored. Some things will say store room temperature, some things said all kinds of things, right? They say what you should be doing on there. Somebody said relax only. I don't know what this means, but there's just a couple of different things. Yes, you want to relax in an environment, but you want to relax in an environment that is safe. If that environment is not safe, if it's not sanitary, a lot of times people pick up on things, even trash cans, right? Like you said, like emptying all of your trashes, it does make a difference, you guys. And so, like I said, I've seen on TikTok where people like, oh, I had this expired product. I tried using it anyway. They got rashes all over their face. For you as a provider of services, you have to know, check your bottles, make sure that you're doing things properly, because expired stuff, if you're not applying the right things, if you're mixing the wrong products, you can very easily cause an infection, cause burns, all kinds of issues for your clients. Now, the two stories that I'm going to share, and I've shared them on Instagram, I will share them with the YouTube followers as well. The first one is HIV. Like I said, a lady was reusing needles and actually wound up giving a bunch of clients HIV. This happened in 2018. Y'all, in 2023 and 2024, they were still finding cases. And this happened in New Mexico. They were still finding cases of people who were coming back saying I have HIV, like I did get a facial at that place, and they're still tracking stuff back to these people. That is a problem. And then the second one that I sent over to y'all, because I do talk a lot about massages, facials, body sculpting. Of course, that's because of what we do. But at the end of the day, most of y'all probably go get manicures and pedicures regularly. Y'all, I pulled up this story and it's in the link. It's on Business Insider, but a woman caught a rare flesh-eating bacteria from a manicure and lost her arm. Okay, like basically needed to amputate her arm. This was in Tennessee. So it happens in a lot of places. So what I'm going to tell you guys is, as a provider, make sure that you are sanitizing every single time that a client comes into contact with your space. I don't care if they just sat on your bed with the sheets for a little bit. Okay, that's your bacteria. You just sat on something. I don't want to be on something where someone else just sat there. You know, you want to clean your sheets. So if there's something that you're wondering about, something that you need help with, something you're like, okay, I'm not sure how to sanitize my machine, for instance, that is something that we teach. But if there's something you need help with, reach out for help. Ask. I'd much rather y'all ask than get somebody sick or somebody spread a disease or spread a bacteria or spread an infection and say they got it from you, because all it takes is one report, one investigation, and you are gone. All right. So there's a lot of different stories. I am going to be posting a couple of botches in the next 2 weeks talking about some of the things that have been happening. But you guys, it's happening way too often, and it only takes 5 minutes to sanitize a space before you bring someone else in. If I have one client, I can take 5 to 10 minutes, sanitize the space, and then have the next one come in. It does not take that long. It will make sure that your business continues. And the last thing you want is to be reported for sanitation or to go viral over sanitation. Just like we had the lady who was doing the butt shots, you know, in the back of her van, no AC, door was open. People were like, the sheets are not being washed and everything. She very quickly closed down her social media. Don't know what happened to her business. I did talk about it, but there's a lot more cases like that, and we want to stop that. We want to do better in this industry. So y'all, let's do a little bit better. Let's make sure that we are cleaning, doing things that we need to do. And yeah, this was one of those where I didn't even want to have a glass of wine, but I hope that many of y'all join, because every Wednesday I'm here doing wine and wellness, answering y'all's questions, talking about business, talking about the importance of what we are doing in business. So if y'all have any questions, anything you want me to talk about specifically in business, feel free to reach out to me. I don't see any specific questions about the sanitation. I did post the links on Instagram. We will also post them in the caption, and we'll post them in the caption for YouTube as well. So if y'all have any questions, reach out to me. Let's do better. Let's bring up the levels of excellence in this industry so that we are not the people that are going viral for doing the bad stuff, but the people that are going viral for doing the good stuff. Y'all have an amazing and wonderful evening, and I will see y'all next Wednesday. Bye.